Hi, welcome to Moe-motivation. I'm Karen Moe, and I'm here with Suzie Ahern, my favorite person. And so we're going to be talking about Christian retirement. What does that look like? What is that? Because I've got lots of questions. But Suzie is a mother of five, 10 grandkids. She's an author. She is a student of the Word. She is a teacher. And she was a dedicated wife for 33 years. That's on another podcast. And she's also working on some curriculum and a book with all kinds of helps and things that will help you in your walk with God. So today we're going to talk about retirement because Suzie's heading into retirement. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's going to be amazing.
Yes,
But
I'm excited.
Yeah. But I'm so curious because, your husband passed away 9 years ago. And you had the 5 kids, you have the 10 grandkids now, you're working, you've worked at this job for, how long have you been at this place?
At this place about 7 years.
7 years. But you've been working almost your whole life.
Yes, in one way or another.
Yeah. And so, as a mom, as a homeschooler, and
Yes.
teaching your kids at home, and then having jobs in the industry that you're in. But, and through all that, and doing all that, working in the church, ministering in the church, helping in the church, doing whatever you could do.
Yes.
And a great neighbor, great mom, great wife, great friend. I feel like nothing. You're so amazing. So throughout this whole life that you've had, now you are getting to where you're a few months away from retirement, right?
Yes.
And I mean, I would be saying, okay, God, now what? What do I do? What am I going to do? Because I'm a planner. And so I'd be like, what is this going to look like? How do I chart this out? What are you doing to prepare?
So this is exciting, but I'm trying to be careful because I still have a job to complete. So I'm still trying to stay in the moment, but also to prepare. There's a lot of areas, and I'm grateful that I made the decision a while back, so that way I do have that time to prepare. And I have been preparing, if you will, and it's been helping with my mindset, similar to when we have a baby. You get all excited because you're having the baby, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I need furniture, I need clothes, so there's the preparation. What's this going to look like? And so that's some of what I've been going through, like, what's it going to look like? A lot of time, and I was even through my thought process thinking, oh, it's going to be a permanent vacation. No, God still has a lot left for me to do, as you've shared, in the writing of the curriculum, the writing of books, and ministering and church, doing the things that I'm not always able to do since I'm working full time. So I'm excited for that, but I'm also thinking I need to also watch my time that I'm making that time to write, making that time to study, making that time, because I know that I may have others that come and want to take my time. My girls may need help with my grandkids, or the church may need help, and I'm always off doing things. So I need to be careful I don't allow that busyness to take over of what really God has for me to do. So it's not really retirement, it's changing. I'm excited for this because I'm able to do now the things that I wasn't able to do when I've been working full time.
You said a mouthful there, because a lot of things will come in and try to steal your time.
Yes.
And because it's your kids, or because, you want to help with the church, you need to fulfill the calling that's on your life.
Yes.
And God has called you to write some books that will help hundreds of thousands of people, millions, as opposed to you helping your 10 little grandkids. That's important.
Yes.
But not every day.
Yes.
And not every week. And not every, you're going to have to figure out how to divide your time.
Yes.
Because you've got a call, and you have to fulfill what He's called you to do.
Yes.
So you've got to manage that. That's a lot.
Yes, it is. And I know I'm glad that He's showing me that now, so that I'm not going to be dealing with that in the moment. So I am mindful of that. We'll have that awareness. So if those things do come up, then I can have those conversations and then even see what God has in that. Like spending time pouring into my legacy is important because I want to pour into them. My grandkids and I have great conversations on the Lord, or they'll call me all the time or ask me questions. So I want to keep that, but I need to make sure that I'm focusing on all that He has for me to do. And even in preparation, so I went out and bought a new Mac Pro book, so that way I can start that for my writing. I'm learning how to operate that, asking my granddaughter sometimes for help, but getting prepared for those things that he's calling, getting those things lined up so that I am ready when that time comes. So it's not like just jumping in like, now what do I do?
Yes. Wow, that's good. You're preparing now. I love that. Because it's serious, yeah. And people say they're busier now than they were when they were working. Some people say, I want to go back and get a job so I can have some rest. Because of retirement, there's just all these things that come up. You're like, I don't even know, what was I doing before? How did I handle all this house or all these people or all this when I was working?
Yes.
So somehow you have to have that schedule in your new life.
Yes. Yes.
If you did it all then and you were working a 9 to 5, you can do it now.
Yes.
So it's about time management.
Yes.
And it's about motivation.
That's the key, because I was thinking about that recently. Like one day I may think, oh, I can do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm tired today. No, it's sticking to some of that. And it is okay to allow rest. We need to allow ourselves to rest.
Yeah.
God rested on the seventh day. We need to allow ourselves that time as well, but just making sure that there's that balance and that he's leading and guiding our steps. I love, even now as he does that out, I don't know if any of you have had this, but I'll have my plans, but then I'll go somewhere and I'll meet someone I didn't even know that I was going to meet and have a conversation with them. And of course, it always ends up going back to the Lord. And it's like, that was a God appointment. And that's what I want to be open to, is to continue to have those God appointments where he's leading and guiding for those. Yes, with a schedule, but still being open.
Being flexible.
Yes.
Yeah. Being led by his spirit.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. It's a lot, though, because God's sending you a husband. We're praying and believing for that. And you're entering retirement. You're going to be writing a book. You're working on your curriculum. You're doing this with me. And don't leave that out, no. And you've got your 10 grandkids, your 5 kids. That's a lot. I mean, when you say it, oh, it's just 5 or 6 things. No, it's a lot. Those are all very time-consuming things.
And there's even more. So something.
Oh my goodness.
And this is actually why I made the decision to retire. I had thought I would work a little bit longer, but taking care of ourselves, taking care of our health.
That's huge. Yes.
So I went to the doctor last year and my blood pressure was a little elevated, and I knew, okay, I need to start taking care of me. So I made some dietary changes. I've started exercising because I always thought, oh, when I retire, I'll exercise. I don't have time now. I've had to make that time to help to keep me healthy, to make sure that I'm still moving, because a lot of times I get stiffer now than I was before. And so it's like making sure I'm continually moving. And God even sent people to speak through others to say, the key to my grandma's long life is she was always moving. And I thought, okay, so keep moving and start now. It's never too late to start. It's never so taking care of our health and watching what we're eating and exercising, getting proper sleep, because we are triune beings. We serve a triune God, but we are triune beings. We are body, spirit, and soul, and we need to not neglect our body.
Amen. Whew. Yeah. So on top of all that, I left off a couple of things. You're also going to be working with the women after they go through an abortion. You wanted to help counsel those women. I think that's amazing. And then there was another ministry too, though. Wasn't there another ministry that you were feeling called to? There is another ministry.
There is, but there's just...
And being just open to God. Well, whatever God puts for you and your new husband.
Yes.
You'll be doing that. You're going to be busy, girl. So in all that, you still have to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Fulfill God's plan for your life. Take care of your husband. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
10 grandkids, 5 kids. Write your book.
Yeah.
Do your curriculum. Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, it was nice talking to you. No, I won't probably ever see you again. You're going to be too busy. Which is not okay.
And it's funny because you say that, because I really feel like I need to be more intentional about relationships, because working full time, I don't have the freedom to meet with people during the day. So it's limited to evenings or weekends. And And I'm even starting to do some of that now, being intentional about calling someone who's on my heart and reaching out. So,
Oh, great.
yeah. So no, it's funny you bring that up because that's still important to
Yes.
maintain and even develop those relationships that I wasn't able to have before.
Yeah. Yeah. Darn job. No, I'm kidding. No, actually, God has made it so that that job is actually funding your future ministries.
Yes. Not only is it's funding, but it also has taught me a lot. It's taught me how to work with people, how to be relational, how to be bold when you're scared to death and have to have those difficult conversations, how to trust in the Lord and rely on Him when I don't know what to do and I'm not sure on what. There's a lot of learning going on, and things are so fast paced now in the marketplace. So there's been a lot of learning, and I even had that conversation on my walk the other day, like, why is this? I thought it was supposed to get easier, and it was like, no, this is all preparation that I'll be able to take into that next phase of life and those next chapters.
Exciting. It's scary, but exciting.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And that's the key too, is perception and watching our mindset, because we can get stuck in, this is scary, this is overwhelming. Even the thought of going on, like people think retirement, preparing to die. No, I have a lot of life left, and we have a lot of life left. But sometimes people get in that mindset of preparing to die. I even had that conversation with one of my kids. Well, I can use this time to clean out the clutter so you don't have to deal with it. And one of my kids said, Mom, enjoy what you have. Don't get rid of it for us. Take care of it. Enjoy what you have. God's blessed you.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yes.
Great kids.
God's blessed me with them.
I know.
He has blessed me.
Wow. So I guess if you had to think of the top 3 things for people as they head into retirement, I don't know. I guess I don't know what the top 3 things were, but we talked about preparation. We talked about taking care of yourself. We talked about several things. What would you say the top 3 are as you prepare to go into retirement?
The one thing, and I know it can be scary, is about, will I have enough money in retirement? And the scripture tells us that God will take care of us. Even in our old age, it tells us in Isaiah 46:4. And I've held on to that. I may not know how the future holds, but I know that God will take care of me. Yes, it's good to plan and have a plan, but He'll bring the rest to pass. Be aware as you're going through and preparing. Be aware of the different things that may come up, so that it's not that you hit that day and like, okay, now what? My life is changing. God's been preparing you and will continue to prepare you as you're going through that. And the third, just live in the moment. Trust that God has you. He has you and is working out a plan. We don't always know it, but that's okay.
Yes,
He knows it.
it
and
is okay.
We can trust Him. We can trust Him.
Yeah. We've trusted Him this far.
Yes.
And we continue to trust Him. I trust Him every day.
Yes.
So, yeah. Well, that's good. Thank you for sharing. I'm excited for your future. I'm excited for what God's going to do for you. I'm excited to meet your new husband. Can't wait to meet him.
Me too.
Come on, husband, get in here. And I'm just excited for how you're going to juggle all this. I'm really anxious to see it, because maybe you need to make a daily planner for people that are retiring and what you need to do on those days, and have a little devotion in there, and
Yes.
for retirees, a little retiree journal,
Yes.
planning journal, to help keep them motivated, because motivation is huge, because there's going to be times when you're going to feel like, oh no, why did I retire? Or I can't do all this, or I don't really need to do anything today. I'm retired. And then before you know it, 4 weeks have gone by, you haven't worked on anything.
Right, right. So it's funny you say, because I was thinking I love planners, so I'm going to need to get a new one. I have one now, but again for next year.
Well, you need to make your own.
That too.
And we'll sell it on Amazon.
That too.
I'll put it on my site too, promote you. Absolutely. Okay, so you've got some stuff to do.
I do. I've got my work cut out.
You got to get busy, girl.
I'm going to need a vacation.
When's your retirement? What month?
October, the end of October.
End of October. Oh, just in time for the holidays.
Yes. Yes.
Don't go crazy now. Don't completely check out. You still have to work on some of these things.
Yes.
Because I need the journal. I need the planner. I need the book. Yeah. So you need to All right. Thanks for joining me again. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. All right. Well, that's what we have for you today. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned something, and we'll watch for her journal. Have a great day.
Bye.